Where the devil have we been? We went to a dog-friendly screening of Alpha where people were encouraged to bring their dogs.
Yeah. And they did.
They did, and the dogs were pretty well behaved.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah.
And what, maybe about 20 dogs?
Yep.
20 dogs in the cinema?
One barked a little.
One barked a little bit.
Yeah.
One got quite emotionally involved in the movie, actually.
It got emotionally involved when a dog nearly drowned. Got really upset.
Started to cry.
Which is more emotion than I felt in the entirety of this film.
Yep.
Alpha is set 20,000 years ago?
Yeah.
In Europe?
Very vague.
Very vague. Europe somewhere, which has both the Northern Lights and hyenas.
Yeah.
So...
different times. Ultimately, it's the story of the first time a dog is domesticated.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about it's a caveman. They go hunting. One gets separated.
A young boy.
He finds a dog.
Cody Schmidt.
Cody smit-mcphee. That sounds like the name of a dog.
It does, yeah. Cody Schmidt McGee.
McGee.
What's his name?
McPhee.
McPhee. I don't know. This one boy is separated from his tribe, and then he's attacked by a bunch of dogs. But one of them is injured, and he looks after him, and then they eventually sort of start getting on and helping each other on a long journey back to their sort of respective tribes.
Yeah, yeah. If you look at the poster for this, it's got a cave boy with a dog, with a wolf. Mm-hmm. And then if you watch the first 15 minutes of this movie, just having like the knowledge of the poster and the first 15 minutes, you know exactly what's happening every single minute of this movie.
Yes. So it's pretty boring.
It's so narratively formulaic. Mm-hmm. That you just, I know what's going to happen here. There are no surprises whatsoever, and it's a shame because weirdly a lot of it looks quite nice.
And there are some pretty nice choices they've made.
Yeah,
so it's not in English.
It's not like made up or a dead language.
When they're actually using real landscapes, it looks really nice.
Really nice. And occasionally there's some pretty shonky green screen in there. It's all mixture and mess of things.
Yeah, and often with the animals as well.
Yeah, so Walking with Dinosaurs style CGI.
That level.
I think it's a really nice idea, and it's a brave movie to make because it's it's 90 odd minutes long. It's in a made up language. It's pretty simple. It doesn't seem to have any obvious mainstream commercial appeal, really. It's not a superhero movie. It's a risky movie to put out, I think. And it's kind of you want to applaud Sony, who've turned out some absolute dreck recently.
Garbage. Yeah.
You say, well done. You
tried something.
You put your faith in something that could, you've gone for like a modern day 2001 or something. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really, in practice, doesn't come across as anything other than a sort of nice try.
Experience the incredible story.
But it's funny when you say, who's this film for? Well, it's probably for sort of people who like PETA and companies like that. But ironically, PETA want you to boycott this movie.
Yeah.
As
no dogs were harmed, but many bison were murdered.
Five bison were murdered. Even though, when you watch the movie, they're all CGI bisons.
There doesn't appear to be a real animal other than a wolf.
So you read
a dog in it.
5 bisons, and it seemed to be killed for props.
Yeah.
I don't see why you...
I can maybe remember one shot that maybe you saw a dead bison in, that maybe that was one of them. Mm-hmm. But apart from that, you can't remember a scene when there wasn't an obviously fake CGI bison in it.
At the end of the screening, as the credits rolled, all the dogs were barking, showing their dislike for the movie?
Yeah, disapproval of the movie. It's at end of Cannes, instead of a standing ovation or booing, the dogs all barked.
So, the dogs didn't like it, Peter doesn't like it, I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Alpha.